Good evening and welcome to Skylands Ice World in Stockholm, New Jersey for Pope John Junior Lion Middle School Hockey. Mike Formisano along with you calling tonight's action as the 2-0 Pope John Junior Lions take on the 2-0 High Point Kittatinny and Wallkill team. Both teams heavyweights, 2-0. And if this were a heavyweight boxing match, it would be the main event. We are loaded for a great game tonight between 2-0 Pope John and 2-0 High Point Wallkill Kittatinny. Let's go over the rosters, not waste any time as teams go through warm-ups. We start with the Pope John roster tonight. Number 9 is Logan Dixon. By the way, Pope John in their road navy jerseys, blue and gold tonight, with blue and white trim and the white numbers on the back. So the jerseys have come in for Pope John. Number 9 is Logan Dixon. Number 12 is AJ Akiria. Number 19, Connor Doug. Number 22, Michael Formisano. Number 24, Tristan Stillwagon. Number 1 is Seb Rusin. Number 55, Dylan McCarthy. Number 43, Caden Chamberlain. Number 91, Evan Wilkes. Number 50, Ian Thomas. Number 27, Miro Zahorsky. Number 2, Colin McKinney. Number 50, Luca Catapano. And the goaltender for tonight for the Pope John Junior Lions is number 29, Evan Dixon. Meanwhile, for High Point and Wallkill and Kittatinny, we'll just refer to them as High Point going forward. They are 2-0 as well. Here is their roster. Number 12 is Anna Atkins. Number 6, Clayton Atkins. Number 27, Noah Bernstein. Number 21, Nate Bleibtroy. Number 86, Thomas Cook. 12 is Stephen Didone. 96 is Benjamin Drellick. Number 9, Mason Hall. Number 1, Aiden Juba. Number 16, Hunter Leal. Number 14, Anthony Monda. Number 15, Michael Monda. Number 11, Anthony Pagano. 18 is Jason Shell. Number 19 is Damian Slater. Number 3 is Dustin Slyman. 17 is Jackson Shea. And number 13 is Johnny Tokar. The head coach of the High Point team is Michael Beltran. Assistant coaches Eric Slater and Mike Bernstein. The head coach of the Pope John Junior Lions is Maria Petro. Assistant coaches Charlie Spitz and Mark Weaver. I am Mike Formisano. We are here live inside Skylands Ice World, inside the Forum. It is a high-octane matchup tonight. The 2-0 Pope John Junior Lions against 2-0 High Point, and that's next here inside the Forum at Skylands Ice World. We'll be right back.
That's okay. Yeah. We're playing USA hockey rules the whole way. Okay.
Maria, what's Newman's first name? Nick Newman. Got it. Thank you. I already got it, yeah. No, it's okay. I got it all written down. Welcome back to Skylands Ice World inside the Forum for Pope John Junior Lion Hockey. Mike Formisano along with you calling tonight's action as the 2-0 Pope John Lions take on 2-0 High Point. One substitution, or actually addition we need to make to the lineup for Pope John. Nick Newman is number 5 tonight. Some of the players who are coming in don't have the Pope John Middle School jerseys. They're wearing Skylands Kings jerseys or in navy or blue. But most of them have gotten their new Pope John Middle School jerseys, and they look fantastic. So the lion on the front with the white names and numbers on the back. And meanwhile, High Point is in their black uniforms with red and white trim and red numbers trimmed by white. The goaltenders, number 1, Aiden Juba for High Point, and number 29, Evan Dixon for Pope John. And we are set for opening face-off here. Michael Formisano will take the face-off against Noah Bernstein for High Point. Here we go. And the puck drops, and Bernstein goes forward with it into the Pope John zone. Shot wide left, and it goes into the near corner. 2-0 High Point versus 2-0 Pope John. Here's Bernstein in front. There's shot by Eric Slater. Knocked down, and Formisano picks it up for Pope John. Formisano comes through the zone, across the blue line. Formisano in. On the backhand, he can't get the angle on Juba. Bernstein picks it up behind the net. The pass comes back out to the point, and Logan Dixon will race back to get it. 15-minute periods here in middle school hockey. This is a heavyweight matchup. It is 2-0 Pope John against number 2-0 High Point. Wilt goes ahead and sends it in for Pope John into the far corner. Pope John in their blue jerseys with white trim going left to right. High Point in their black, red, and white jerseys. Here's the pass to Slater. Damian Slater inside the zone. Knocked off his stick. Now Formisano picks it up for Pope John. Checked by Bernstein. Here comes Dunn. Connor Dunn. And now picked up by number 21, Nate Bleibtreu for High Point. So along the boards, there is number 6, Clayton Atkins. Puck comes over to Logan Dixon. Dixon on the backhand. Dixon coming in. Dixon with the shot. He scores! Logan Dixon into the top right corner. And Pope John takes a 1-0 lead. Logan Dixon cutting through the low slot and is able to put it past Aiden Juba. Pope John 1, High Point no score. So the face-off now between number 83 for Pope John and 86 for High Point. 86 is Thomas Cook for High Point. 83, I do not have a name for yet. I think that's Dylan McCarthy. Tristan Stillwagon in. Stillwagon passes it through the slot. Picked up there. Now here comes High Point. I was able to get a roster for High Point before the game, so we'll try and match names as best as possible. It's just numbers on the jerseys, but I do have a roster in front of me. Here's Tristan Stillwagon into the zone. Stillwagon into the low slot. Stillwagon with the shot. He scores! Tristan Stillwagon with the backhander. Past Juba. And Pope John with a 2-0 lead. The goal comes 12:59 remaining in the first period. Goals from Logan Dixon and Tristan Stillwagon. And Pope John up 2-0. Ray, who's 83? Who's 83? For us. Yeah, excellent. Thank you. So 83 is Dylan McCarthy. We just confirmed that with Coach Maria Petro. And McCarthy has the puck. He gives it to Stillwagon in the low slot. Knocked off his stick. The shot. Wide. Now in the corner, there's Stillwagon. Stillwagon along the near boards. Back to Nick Newman, number 5. Newman with the pass across to Catapano. Catapano fakes. Now passes across in the low slot. McCarthy with the shot. Save Juba. And it goes into the corner. Now picked up on the forehand. McCarthy with it. Slap shot. Save. Rebounds loose. Home by Stillwagon. Tristan Stillwagon through the 5-hole of Aiden Juba. And Pope John goes up 3-0. Stillwagon's second of the game. Assist by Seb Rusin. And Pope John up by a triple. 3-0. Lions up on High Point. Now, number 27, Miro Zahorski takes the face-off against number 96, Benjamin Drelick. Michael Monda with it. Monda loses control to Chamberlain. Caden Chamberlain along the boards. Held there by number 10 for Pope John. Coming in, the shot saved by Juba. It goes back behind the net. And now picked up by Monda. Michael Monda, dangerous player for High Point, turns on the Jets. Monda coming in. Monda in on goal, comes back around the net. Forced to the outside, now to pass to Bleibtreu. Nate Bleibtreu with it. Lost to Chamberlain, and Chamberlain on the backhand. Now Michael Monda with it. Monda coming in, we got a whistle on the play. And it looks to be a penalty called. We'll see who it's against. Looks to be against Nate Bleibtreu. And so Pope John will go to the power play. High check by Bleibtreu, and Pope John will go to the power play. Up 3-0. 11:31 remaining in the first period. So it looks like, I think Luca Catapano is wearing number 10 for Pope John tonight. And trying to get these numbers down as best as possible as players coming in and out of the lineup, with some players missing tonight and others substituting in. It's a deep roster for both teams. Here is Damian Slater for High Point. Coming in across the red, now across the blue. Stolen away. Pope John has it there. Big collision away from the play with Noah Bernstein and a player of Pope John. Wilk with it for the Lions. Along the near boards, now stolen away. Slater with the pass up to Bernstein. Bernstein coming in. Noah Bernstein, it's in the skates, a shot on goal. He scores. Noah Bernstein buries one for High Point. And High Point is on the board. It's now 3-1. So Bernstein with his first goal of the game. And Bernstein and Formisano will take the draw now. Pope John leads 3-1. 11:03 remaining in the first period. Looks to be a high-scoring game tonight. Many offensive weapons for both teams. Bernstein knocked down, and Dixon will pick up the puck. Here is Logan Dixon back behind the net. Dixon is skating up along the boards. Dixon passes it across to A.J. Acuria. Acuria with Bonda on him. Goes inside the zone. As I'm telling you, having watched hockey here at Skylands for many years, many of the players on both of these teams, Pope John and High Point, are the best at this age level right now. So I'm not saying anything about any of the other teams. However, you see with the records, Pope John 2-0 and High Point 2-0, and both are loaded for bear. Here is Dunn. Dunn will shoot into the corner, goes into the near corner. Michael Monda picks it up. Formisano on him. And Curry, it bounces off his stick. Now Dunn will send it back in. Puck comes back to Slater. Damian Slater with the pass across. Monda chasing it down. Dixon has it now. Dixon pass up to Dunn. Here's Connor Dunn with it. Dunn along the boards. Puck comes outside the zone. And now High Point will play it back in. There's number 12, Anna Atkins. Atkins coming in off the side of the net. Now the puck comes out in front. Drelick can't handle it. It's in the skates of the Pope John defender. And now Formisano will skate it up. Michael Formisano coming across the red line. Trying to get around defense. Formisano in. Formisano with the shot. Saved by Juba. Glove save. And he'll hold on. Formisano stymied by Juba's catching glove with 9:30 remaining in the opening period. 3-1 Pope John over High Point. Here's McCarthy with the face-off for Pope John. It comes back to the point. Held in. The shot by Zahorsky. It's knocked down. Goes in the corner. Stillwagon, who has 2 goals already, coming in. Stillwagon with the pass across to McCarthy. Stolen away by High Point. Back out to the point. There's Rusin. Seb Rusin in. Rusin coming in the low slot. Now Stillwagon, the shot. Deflected off of Juba, and it goes behind the net. Now Rusin with it. Rusin in front. Rusin trying to get it to Stillwagon. Stillwagon will tip it back to Zahorsky. The shot goes into the near corner. Here's Rusin with it. Rusin with the back pass back to Newman. Nick Newman, number 5. Pass across to Zahorsky. Zahorsky with the shot. Save, rebound. He scores! Seb Rusin puts the rebound behind Nathan Juba. And Pope John takes a 4-1 lead. So Rusin gets on the board. And Pope John's 4th goal of the night. And the Lions now lead over High Point 4-1. Here's the face-off between Zahorsky and number 96 is Drelick. Now it goes back to Michael Monda. Now stolen away by Luca Catapano. Catapano will reverse course. Does a 360. Pass Drelick. Catapano coming into the zone. Knocked off his stick, and here's Monda. Michael Monda along the far boards. Like a volcano waiting to explode. Monda, very dangerous for High Point. Here comes Catapano, the shot off of Juba's glove and bounces behind the net. There's Monda with it. Monda and Bernstein, 2 players to watch definitely for High Point. Along with many other weapons. Michael Monda across the blue. Monda coming in. The puck comes in on Dixon, and he makes the save. Evan Dixon has been sharp so far for Pope John. And as you can see, Pope John in their new jerseys that just came in today. We want to thank Stacy Dunn for placing the order and getting those jerseys in for the Pope John Lions. My apologies as my voice is going. I've been calling sports all weekend. Pope John 13 and under football Saturday morning, and a couple of Skylands Kings travel hockey games earlier today in Delaware. So the voice is starting to go. but we wouldn't have missed this game for the world. Here's the shot in, off the glass and into the corner. Yeah, Pope John and High Point, two highly talented teams. And here's Michael Monda flashing the speed and the pass up to number 17. That is Jackson Shea. Stolen away by Nick Newman. Pass outside the zone, and Monda will retreat. Pope John missing some players tonight. Luke Walsh and Ryan Walsh, along with Hayden Marshall, Jason Trezza, Ronnie Ziegler, all valued members of Pope John. And I apologize to whoever else I'm leaving out, but they have other commitments and other games they go to for middle school and other travel teams. So Pope John making the substitutions as needed. Coach Maria Petro finalizing the roster for tonight and getting in some players. But again, both High Point and Pope John with stacked rosters. And here comes Noah Bernstein on a break. Bernstein coming in, poked off his stick by number 19 for Pope John. Now Bernstein behind the net. Good defensive play by the Lions. Now on the side, Bernstein puts it home past Evan Dixon. That's Noah's second goal of the game, and it makes the score 4-2 Pope John. Bernstein is second of the game, and now the Lions lead cut to 2. Shots on goal favoring Pope John, 12-3 so far. Now, Seb Rusin with the puck. Rusin coming in, the shot by Juba, save! Well, Rusin made the save. Well, Rusin's shot saved by Juba, I should say. Again, it's late. It's my fourth game of the weekend, so. Puck in the corner. Here's Stillwagon. Stillwagon coming on the faceoff circle. The shot saved by Juba. Rebounds loose. Stillwagon again. Passes it back to Rusin. Rusin with the pass to Wilk. Evan Wilk at the point. Pass across to Zawarski. The shot. It hits off the post. And covered by Juba. So the puck came in. It looked like it hit towards the back of the net. However, it just hit on the inside of the post. And so the puck stays out. And the score remains 4-2. What's that?
The one with the Jet Sox, that's Colin. That's not the horse.
Oh, okay. For Colin, and that is roster. All right, thanks. Oh, I see the difference with the Sox now. Oh, my correction there. Maria Petro pointing out there's Colin McKinney with the Jet Sox. So he doesn't have a number on the back of the jersey. And that's him right now. Colin McKinney with the shot saved by Juba. Zawarski's got the light pale blue socks on, wearing number 27. So now here comes number 31 for Pope John in the Kings jersey. Evan Wilk, number 91. Monda in the corner. McKinney takes it away from Monda. And now here's Zawarski. Zawarski with the pass across. Chamberlain loses it to Monda. Michael Monda turning on his speed across the blue line. Monda in. Knocked off his stick by Dixon. The shot off the skates of Trelick and poked aside by Evan Dixon. Here's McKinney behind, and now Dixon with it. Logan in the near corner. 5 minutes remaining, opening period. Here's Catapano with it, giving it to Chamberlain. Now back to Catapano, wearing number 10. Luca Catapano coming in on the backhand. Catapano with the shot. It's loose right on the goal line and cleared aside and all the way down the ice. So a second opportunity for Pope John, just missing going over the goal line. And with 4:37 remaining in the opening period, we have an icing on the play. It goes back into the High Point end. So Formisano will take the draw for Pope John. He wins it, gives it back to Dunn. Now to Dixon. Bernstein trying to get a break, and he can't do so as the puck is played by number 19 for Pope John. Trying to see who that is specifically. We'll confirm it later. It is Logan Dixon. They'll send it in back behind the net. Number 21, Nate Blytroy picks it up for High Point. The pass up to number 17. That's Jackson Shea. Shea into the zone. Wide right. It goes into the near corner. Now number 18, Jason Shell for High Point. Pass back to 19, Damian Slater. He's got Dixon and Dunn on him. Over to Bernstein. Bernstein wearing number 19 as well. So actually, don't have a number for Slater right now, because he was also supposed to wear number 19. But Bernstein's in number 19 tonight. Number 21, Blythe Troy. Backhands it into the corner for High Point. Goes back behind the net. Dunn after it. Trying to get around number 18 for High Point. That's Shell. And here's Dunn racing up the ice. Dunn with Formisano. Dunn with the pass to Formisano. The backhander goes wide left. Now Formisano behind the net into the low slot. Comes back to McKinney. Now to Newman. Newman shoots it in. It's knocked down. Puck's loose as Formisano. Comes outside the zone as Zakaria. Now Bernstein coming in on a break. He's got McKinney on him. McKinney with the dive to make sure Bernstein avoids with that shot. Now the shot by Bernstein, he scores. Past Evan Dixon. Bernstein with the hat trick. Carrying High Point so far, and it's 4-3 Pope John over High Point. Bernstein's third goal of the game. It's Pope John 4 and High Point 3. So McCarthy, Rooston, and Stillwagon out there now for the Lions. And McKinney and Newman on defense. Here's Rooston. Rooston with the slapper, deflected down. Comes in on Juba. He's going to cover. And now goes into the corner. Here's number 6. So Pope John's lead evaporates down to 1. And the Lions looking to regroup. Clayton Atkins now with the puck over to Bonda. Number 86 with it, Thomas Cook. Stillwagon passes up to Rooston. Now Anna Atkins with it. Stillwagon intercepts. There is McCarthy. McCarthy coming in. Loses control. It goes over to Stillwagon. Stillwagon looking to tee up. Monda knocks him off the puck. Here comes Michael Monda through the skates of Newman. McKinney will send it up to Rooston. Rooston over to Monda for High Point. Monda racing into the zone. Monda in the shot. Glove save by Evan Dixon. Dixon robs Monda. And we have a face-off to the left of the Lions netminder. Evan Dixon, highway robbery on Michael Monda. Shots on goal, 17-5 in favor of Pope John. And the Lions leading 4-3. Late first period, minute 51 to go. Zahorsky will take the draw for Pope John against, I believe it's Stralick for High Point. It is. Pass back. Kittatinny look for a break. That puck comes in. Dixon, it's on the side and it trickles in off the pads of Evan Dixon, and it goes in. So High Point ties the game 4-4. So Dralick with the goal. Benjamin Dralick ties the game 4-4 between Pope John and High Point. Face-off won by High Point. It's picked up by number 3, Dustin Slyman. Stolen away. In the corner now, there's Zahorsky. Pass stolen by Dralick. Dralick over the blue line, now over the red. Sends it into the zone. Pass Dixon and along the boards and in the corner. Now the pass comes across to Dralick. Can't handle it. And here's Dixon. Logan Dixon with it. Logan, number 9, the defenseman. And his brother Evan, number 29, the goaltender. Slyman can't hold it in. Comes outside the zone with 1:05 remaining in the first period. Logan with the puck now. He'll skate behind his own net and regroup. Hits the brakes. So Dixon skates it up. Pass number 22 for High Point. Coming inside the zone. Dixon in the low slot. Poked off his stick by Slyman. Now Dixon with it. The pass back to Kittatinny. Kittatinny wearing number 10 in the corner, back behind the net. Tried to force it in the side and couldn't get through Juba. Here's Dixon with the shot, deflected down. Zahorsky with it. 39 seconds remaining in the period. Zahorsky to Kittatinny, just out of his reach. Now taken away. Kittatinny with the shot. Glove save by Juba, and he hangs on. Good save by Aiden Juba. 21.9 seconds remaining in the first period. 4-4, Pope John and High Point. We promised you a heavyweight matchup, and a heavyweight matchup you're getting so far. 18-7 shots on goal in favor of Pope John, but the score is 4-4. Formisano and looks to be Bernstein on the faceoff. To the right of Juba, playing very high up on his crease. It's won by Formisano, goes forward. There's Judd in the corner. It wasn't Bernstein. It was number 17 for High Point. That is Jackson Shea. So Kittatinny tries to play it forward. Shea has it, stolen by Formisano. 2 seconds in the period, and time will run out as the buzzer sounds. Wow, most interesting first period between Pope John and High Point. Noah Bernstein for High Point with 3 goals. Tristan Stillwagon for Pope John with 2. At the end of the first period, we're all knotted up, 4-4. We'll be back for second period action between Pope John and High Point right after this. Welcome back to Skylands Ice World inside the Forum for Pope John Middle School Hockey. Mike Formisano along with you calling tonight's action as the 2-0 Pope John Junior Lions taking on 2-0 High Point. Score is knotted at 4 as we start the second period. Michael Formisano will take the draw against Noah Bernstein. Bernstein has 3 goals for High Point so far. Benjamin Dralick with the 4th. For the Lions, Tristan Stillwagon with a pair. Also Logan Dixon with a goal. And so we start the second period, tied at 4. Here's a face-off won by Formisano. It goes back to Kittatinny. Knocked down by Damian Slater, wearing number 27. And as he plays it back in, it's on an offside. Shots on goal in that first period favoring the Lions, 18-7. But goals scored, it's 4 apiece. So the face-off just outside the Lions' end. Formisano wins it. Goes back to Nelson. Pass across to Kittatinny. Kittatinny on the backhand. Bernstein all over him. Noah Bernstein, number 19, with the pass across. Stolen by Formisano. Formisano skates it up. Formisano tried to get a past Monda. Can't do so. Here's Michael Monda. Monda inside the zone. The pass across to Bernstein. Along the near boards. Shot in. Goes wide left. And around. Monda holds it. Michael Monda at the point. Pass in to Slater. Now to Bernstein. Bernstein circles around. Puck goes behind the net. There's A.J. Acuria along the far boards. Trying to get past Bond and Slater. He's knocked down. Lions looking to get it outside the zone. Held in. Here's Bernstein with it. Bernstein with the shot. Wide left. Just missed the far post. And goes all the way down where Monda will chase. So High Point turning on the intensity in the first minute of this period. Now the puck comes across. There's Anna Atkins with it. Formisano chasing her. Now the puck over the red line and into the Lions zone. There is Atkins, a shot off the back glass. Formisano with it. Michael Formisano trying to skate it outside the zone. Now here's the Lions. Connor Dunn. Monda chases him down. Goes into the High Point end. Puck goes all the way down the ice, and this should be enough for an icing. They wave it off. So Kittatinny chases it down. Luca Kittatinny, number 10. Pass up to Stillwagon, now to Rusin. Sam Rusin over the red line, now over the blue. Rusin coming in, there's with the shot, save Juba. It pops out behind. Here's Rusin with it. The pass to McCarthy. McCarthy with the shot. Blocker glove saved by Juba. And the puck picked up by Bernstein, who's been out there a long time for a high point. McCarthy swiping away at him. Knocks the puck off his stick. Now here's McCarthy up to Stillwagon. Tristan Stillwagon with the puck over the blue line. Stillwagon coming in. Stillwagon on the backhand. It's loose in front. Knocked off his stick. And here is number 96, Drelick with it. Stolen by Stillwagon. Here's Rusin. Rusin in front to Stillwagon. Stillwagon tees it up wide left. Rusin on the side of the net. Now to McCarthy. The shot deflected. Pass Stillwagon along the near boards. There's McKinney. And the puck comes out to Bernstein. Bernstein with the pass across to Slater. Slater into the Pope John zone. Damian Slater on the backhand. The shot high over the crossbar. Goes into the corner. There's Rusin with it. Sam Rusin will skate it up. End-to-end action here for Pope John at high point. Pucks in the skates of Dustin Slyman. Plays it outside the zone, and it goes back to number 19 for Pope John. Over to Logan Dixon. Dixon inside the zone. Dixon fires wide left. Goes off the backboards. Slapped in by number 19. McCarthy has it in the corner. Slyman in on it. Now Stillwagon. Tristan Stillwagon trying to play it loose. Now Rusin with it. Rusin. And it comes outside the zone. Picked up by number 86. And that's Thomas Cook. Now 21, Nate Blytroy passes it forward. Stolen away by Dixon. Dixon with the pass up. It's in the skates of McCarthy. Pass comes across. In the corner. Cook looking to pass it into the slot. It's stolen away by McCarthy. Now here's Rusin. Sam Rusin over the line. The pass to McCarthy. The shot deflected down by Blytroy. Goes in the far corner. Now Tristan Stillwagon with it. Stillwagon in the high slot. Stillwagon with the shot. He scores! Tristan Stillwagon with his third of the game. A hat trick for Stillwagon, number 24 for Pope John. And the Lions take the lead again, 5-4. Stillwagon's goal comes with 10:59 remaining in the second period. Pope John 5, High Point 4. Face off at center ice. Wilk and Cook. Wilk wins it for Pope John, and the puck goes back to Catapano. Luca Catapano charges in. Catapano with a slapper. Save Juba, and he'll hold on right into the breadbasket. Shots now up to 22-7 in favor of Pope John. The Lions in their first year in the league. High Point has been a perennial power in this middle school league in Skylands. Here's the face-off. Won by Drelick. Goes back to the point held by Zahorski. Down to Chamberlain. Chamberlain to Newman. Newman with the pass in. Deflected down. Here's Monda with it. Michael Monda goes behind the net. Pass Chamberlain. Monda in the corner. Skates up over the blue line. Now over the red. Monda coming in to the Lion zone. Monda with the shot. He scores. Michael Monda ties things at 5. Monda finds the top left portion of the net, and we are deadlocked 5 apiece. The goal comes with 10:24 remaining, so after Stillwagon puts the Lions up, Monda evens things up for High Point. Here's Newman with the pass to Chamberlain. Caden Chamberlain, number 43 in the Kings jersey, trying to come in along the boards. Newman picks up for Pope John. Pass up to Wilk. Wilk across the blue. Evan Wilk coming in. On the backhand, trying to get around Anna Atkins. Here's Wilk with it. Atkins steals it away. Trying to clear the zone, and she does. Here's Newman. Nick Newman, number 5 for Pope John. Pass up, stolen by Atkins. Anna Atkins into the Pope John zone. Puck goes into the corner, and Catapano picks it up. There is Luca Catapano, stolen away. High Point with the puck, the shot, save, Evan Dixon. And he'll hold on. Glove save by the Pope John netminder. And he keeps this game tied at 5. 9:35 remaining second period. Pope John 5, High Point 5. 5 is alive. Formasano and Bernstein with the face-off to the left of Dixon. Bernstein goes forward with it. Dunn intercepts. Dunn now in the far corner. Bernstein tries to steal it off his stick. Goes all the way down the ice. chased by Dustin Slyman. It gets across the goal line, but icing's waved off. Here's McKinney for Pope John. Colin McKinney. Now for Masato. Stolen away by High Point. And here's Bernstein on a break. Noah Bernstein coming in all alone. Bernstein with the shot. Goes wide right. Shot comes in, deflected down. And number 19 for Pope John with the pass up. Onto the stick of number 11. Stolen away by Dunn. Here's Connor Dunn. Dunn had 5 goals last week. Dunn comes in over the blue line. Connor Dunn racing in on the back end. Falls down as he's hit by Slyman. Still on the ice. And High Point picks up the puck. So Dunn lost an edge and hit the ice. And now the pass up to Bernstein out of his reach. Cleared back outside the zone. Bernstein's offside. He tried to race back out. And collapses on the ice on his back. Noah's had a busy day. He had 2 games in Delaware with the Skylands Kings. And everybody from Skylands raced back up here for this game tonight. Now Damian Slater will take the draw for High Point against Dylan McCarthy for Pope John. Monda with the puck. Monda with the pass over to number 14. That is Anthony Monda. Goes into the corner. Logan Dixon with it. Dixon around. Dixon races out of his zone. Over the blue line, now over the red. Logan Dixon trying to get around Michael Monda. Dixon with the shot, saved by Juba. And it's played out to Damian Slater. I'm starting to lose my voice, so please bear with me. Here's Michael Monda. Monda over the blue line. Monda over the red. Michael Monda into the zone. Trying to get around the defense. Can't get around Logan Dixon. He goes into the corner. There's Stillwagon with it. We are tied at 5 here, halfway through. We're at Skylands Ice World inside the Forum. Here's Stillwagon, who's got 3 already. Stillwagon coming in to pass to Rusin. Rusin with the shot. He scores! Seb Rusin is second of the game. And Pope John retakes the lead 6-5. Rusin nets the goal with 7:38 remaining in the second period. Rusin from Stillwagon. And Pope John up 6-5. So Wilk and Cook with the face-off. Wilk for Pope John, Cook for High Point. Here's the face-off. Chamberlain with it. High Point picks it up. Number 17 into the zone. Hits off the crossbar and into the netting above the net. Dixon got a piece of it with a stick, and it also hit the crossbar and bounced into the netting. Well, if you ask any goalie, crossbar and the goalposts are part of the equipment. Shot in, wide right, off the boards, and there's Catapato. Luca Catapato along the near boards now. Over the blue line, now over the red. Catapato over the blue. Luca Catapato looking to gain position. It's in the corner near the Zamboni doors, dug out by Blytroy. Goes around and into the corner. And there is number 37, I'm sorry, number 96. I'm looking at the helmet. 96 is Dralick, who also has a goal tonight for High Point. Bernstein has 3, Monda has 1, and Dralick has 1. Here's Logan Dixon in. Poked off his stick, but not out of the zone. There's Chamberlain. Chamberlain sends it in for Pope John. Blytroy behind his own net. It's Pope John and High Point here in the Forum at Skylands Ice World, and the Lions lead 6-5. Puck goes all the way down, and we'll have an icing on the play. 6:37 remaining, second period. Pope John 6, High Point 5. Mike Formisano here calling tonight's action. It is a heavyweight matchup between 2-0 Pope John and 2-0 High Point. Face off to the left of Aiden Juba. Formisano will take the draw against Noah Bernstein. Face off, won by Formisano. It goes back, however, into the corner where Bernstein gives it to Monda. Monda reverses course, now again. Formisano on him. Stolen away by Nelson. There's McKinney and Bernstein. We have a call against McKinney as Newman touches up, so McKinney got the stick underneath Bernstein, and Pope John will go to the penalty kill. And High Point to a power play. So McKinney with the penalty, and High Point will go on their first power play of the evening. 6:20 remaining in the second period. 6-5, Pope John leads over High Point. Formisano and Bernstein with the draw. Won by Formisano, swept into the corner. Dunn pops up on it. Now the puck comes out. Here's Slater. Damian Slater. Pass back to Monda. And the puck came across the blue line as Monda played it back in. It's on an offside. 6:08 remaining, second period. 6-5, Pope John leads over High Point. Face off, won by Bernstein. He gives to Slater. Slater to Monda. Monda with the pass across to Atkins. Atkins over the red line, now over the blue. Atkins coming in. On the backhand, the shot. Off the post. Oh, it went past Evan Dixon, but it hit the left post and bounced out. So now the puck off Formisano's stick. Comes back across. Atkins missed the goal by inches and would have tied this game. Here's Slater. Slater across. In Dunn skates now. Dixon picks it up. Logan Dixon settles it down. Pass up to Formisano. Stolen by Monda. Monda back into the zone. Monda with the shot off of Dixon's ankle. And here is Connor Dunn. Dunn over the blue line. Dunn trying to get around Monda. 34 seconds to go on the penalty to McKinney. And the puck goes into the Pope John bench. And out of play. We are inside the Forum at Skylands Ice World. The Skylands, in Skylands 4, Pope John Middle School Hockey. It's Pope John 6, High Point 5. Stillwagon will take the draw for Pope John. He wins it, gives it back to Luca Catapano. Stolen away by Anthony Monda. Now here is Catapano. Catapano with the slap shot. Saved by Juba. Right pad save.
I got you.
Okay, thank you. Puck goes behind the net. High Point picks it up. There's Nate Blytroy over the blue line. Now carrying over the red. Blytroy. He's offside. One player in for High Point before Blytroy can pick the puck up past the blue line. So 1 second to go on the penalty to McKinney. And a face-off just outside the Pope John end. Stillwagon will take the draw against Strelick. Here's a face-off. Penalty's over to McKinney. And here's Stillwagon with the pass up to Rusin. Rusin in the zone. Stillwagon holds it. The pass across to McCarthy. McCarthy in. The shot. Saved by Juba. Goes behind the net. Rusin with it now. Rusin tried to pass it to Stillwagon. It's in front of Juba. He doesn't know where it is. He finally covers. The puck bounced into the crease area, and Juba didn't know where it was for a second, but he eventually covers and gets the face-off. 4:30 remaining here, second period. Pope John 6, High Point 5. Both teams 2-0. One team will finish tonight 3-0. Well, unless it ends in a tie. Here's Stillwagon with it. The pass back. Shot in. Off of number 22 for High Point. And he'll skate it up. Stolen away by Catapano. Luca Catapano. Over the red line. Now over the blue. Taken down by number 86, Cook. I think we have an offside in the play, however, as Catapano came in. So offside. Wilk will take the draw against Cook. Here's the face-off. Puck goes back to Catapano. Lucas sends it in all the way into the corner where Atkins plays it. Ada Atkins behind her own net. Off the far boards. Played up to number 22. Now here's Catapano with it. Catapano with Chamberlain, Zahorsky, and Wilk. Into the zone. The shot goes wide right. It's in the crease. And High Point's able to clear it out of the way. Cook over the red line, now over the blue, coming in. Poked off his stick by Catapano. There's Wilk. Wilk over the red to Chamberlain, Gaten Chamberlain. Stolen away by High Point. Here's number 17. That is Shea. Shea with the shot. Save, it's loose. And over the goal. No, it did not cross the goal line as Dixon was able to get his stick on it. Saved by Dixon right on the doorstep, and I mean right on the doorstep. And so we're going to face off to the left ends. No goal. So Ian Thomas able to knock that down there, and Evan Dixon had the puck like right on the goal line. It did not go over, and so Pope John maintains their 6-5 lead. Here's done with it. Guy in the net sent into the far corner. AJ Acuria with it. Now up to Formisano. Michael Formisano over the red line. Formisano being chased down. Formisano with the shot. Saved by Juba. Hit into the netting and out of play. Oh, Formisano let it rip, but Juba got a piece of it. Face-off will be to the left of Juba. Pope John 6. High Point 5. 3 minutes remaining, second period. Here's the face-off. Formisano with the pass back to McKinney. McKinney with the shot, deflected down. And the High Point player lost the edge, so McKinney's able to play it back in. Goes into the corner. Puck comes around. Held in by McKinney. Colin McKinney in, the shot. Glove save by Juba. And a hold on. Good shot by McKinney. Better save by Juba. 6-5. Pope John leads over High Point. 2:40 remaining, second period. We're glad you joined us tonight. A heavyweight matchup of epic proportions between Pope John and High Point. Here is Noah Bernstein. Bernstein trying to get around Newman. Bernstein in. He's got a defender on him. Acuria, the shot. Saved by Dixon. Evan Dixon stands tall and robs Noah Bernstein. Now the puck on the side of the net. Shot comes in. Newman kicks to the side. He goes back behind the net. Bernstein with it now. Noah's already got 3 tonight. Shot deflected down by Formisano. It goes wide into the corner. Here's Bernstein trying to step in. Can't get around Acuria. Acuria will send it up the boards. And Formisano looks for a break. Formisano trying to get around the defender. He's got one to beat. Formisano into the zone. He's got McKinney with him. Drops it off for Dunn. Dunn with the shot. Wide right. Here's Formisano with the pass to Dunn. Dunn with the shot. Saved by Juba. It's loose. Gets the quick whistle. And holds on for the face-off. Good pressure by Formisano and Dunn. Just couldn't put it past Juba. And the score remains 6-5. So the face-off will be to the left of Juba. Tristan Stillwagon takes the draw. He's got Seb Rusin out there along with Dylan McCarthy. Stillwagon wins it. Goes back to the point. The shot in by Thomas. Doesn't get there. Ian Thomas into the corner. Now Seb Rusin in there. Off the skates of the High Point forward. Back to Logan Dixon. Dixon pass up to Rusin. Doesn't get through. Monda plays it up but not out. Dixon holds it. Still inside the zone. Here's McCarthy. McCarthy coming around. Knocked off his stick. And Atkins hits the ice. Here's Stillwagon with it. Tristan Stillwagon along the far boards. That comes outside the zone, but Stillwagon with the puck, and he gives it to Seb Rusin. Rusin inside the zone. Rusin looking for a shot. He fires. Saved by Juba, and he'll hold on. So Rusin with the heavy artillery, but Juba into the catching glove. And the score remains 6-5. Pope John over High Point. 1 minute, 2 seconds remaining, second period. Stillwagon to take the draw. Rusin on the left, McCarthy on the right. Dixon and Thomas on the points. Here's Dixon, they'll send it in. Played by Atkins for High Point. And Atkins around in the corner. Now Stillwagon tries to steal. It's Damian Slater for High Point. Slater, Monda, and Drelick. Slater has it along left wing. Stolen away by Catapato. Here's Monda with it. Now Pope John picks it up. There's Dixon up to Rusin. Seb Rusin. 3-on-1 for Pope John. Rusin in. Rusin with the pass across to McCarthy. A shot. Saved by Juba. Knocked down by McCarthy behind the net. McCarthy looking to pass. McCarthy is on his backhand, turns around, through the crease, and High Point picks it up. 18 seconds remain. Puck along the boards, there's Rusin, he holds it in. Rusin gives it to Stillwagon. Stillwagon in the backhand. Stillwagon coming in, the shot. He scores! McCarthy puts it home with 5.9 seconds to go. Stillwagon had sent it towards the net, and McCarthy puts the rebound home. And Pope John takes a 7-5 lead. McCarthy's goal comes with 5.9 seconds remaining. Pope John 7, High Point 5. Stillwagon with the face-off win. Gives it to McCarthy, stolen away. Here's Monda. Michael Monda with it. And that's the end of the second period. Pope John takes a 7-5 lead on High Point. We will be back with third period action from the Forum inside Skylands Ice World right after this. Welcome back to Skylands Ice World inside the Forum as we get set to third period action between the Pope John Junior Lions and High Point Wallkill Kittatinny. Pope John leads over High Point 7-5 as we start the third period. Shots on goal after 2. Pope John leading 30-13. Lions up by a deuce as we start the third period. It'll be Wilt taking the draw for the Lions. Chamberlain out there along with Zahorski. Kittatinny on defense along with McKinney. For High Point. Trying to see with the numbers, and I got the roster here, but again, trying to figure all that out. Noah Bernstein's going to take the draw for High Point. Noah's got 3 goals already tonight, number 19 for High Point. And a substitution out. Kittatinny's out there. He is the faceoff. Bernstein goes forward with it, trying to break inside the zone. Wilt knocks it off his stick. Now here's number 17. He'll send it in all the way around. Pope John in their blue jerseys with white trim. They are going left to right, says Pope John Middle School on the front. Stolen away. The shot, he scores. Number 17, Jackson Shea, puts it into the top portion of the net. And High Point cuts the lead to 1. Pope John 7 and High Point 6. 14:38 remaining, third period. This has been one barn burner of a game, and it's nowhere close to being over. 7-6, Pope John leads over High Point. Now Formasano will take the draw against Bernstein. It's a question right now of who wants it more. Bernstein inside the zone. Dixon knocks off his stick, but only briefly. Now the shot wide right. Goes into the corner. There's Shea, who just scored the 6th goal for High Point. Dixon knocked off his stick. He gets it back. Pass to Akuria. Stolen away. Here's Blytroy. Blytroy in on the backhand. The pass across. The shot. Saved by Dixon. The rebound's loose. And is cleared out of the way by Newman. So Bernstein with the shot. Knocked down by Dixon. And here's Formasano with it for Pope John. Formasano tripped up. And we got a penalty call coming against High Point. Pope John will go to a power play. Look at the official announcement. Well, 17, Jackson Shea in the box for High Point. And Pope John to a power play. It'll be Formasano, Dunn, Akuria, Newman, and Dixon out there for the Lions. Formasano taking the draw. Wins the faceoff. Pass it back to Dixon. Dixon with it. Pass across to Newman. Here's Newman. He sends it deep inside the high point zone. Puck comes around. Dixon chases it. Comes outside the zone. 7-6. Pope John leads over High Point. Mike Formisano here calling tonight's action in a heavyweight title matchup between the Lions and High Point Wallkill Kittatinny. Dixon trying to pass to Formisano, doesn't get there. I keep using the boxing reference, but I'll tell you what, that's what it is tonight. Shot comes in, goes wide left. Both teams are 2-0. Both teams are high, talented players. Puck comes outside the zone. You can tell they want it. Most of the players are talking about this after Skyland's win earlier today in Delaware from the Kings team. That's only a few players from each squad, both High Point and Pope John. They raced back from Newark, Delaware to Stockholm, New Jersey for this game. Dixon in neutral ice to pass across to Newman. Newman with the pass up to Formisano. Formisano inside the zone. The shot deflected down. The backhand now goes into the corner. Formisano with the pass across through the crease. Poked off his stick. Here's Dixon with it. Outside the zone, here's Dunn. Connor Dunn with it. Cook with it. Cook has it for High Point. Michael Monda, who is extremely dangerous. Could score goals at the top of a hat. Try and keep him under wraps if Pope John's lucky. Here's a shot off the dasher and it rolls around. Now here's Slater. Yeah, Monda and Bernstein, along with Slater. Very dangerous. Along with Blytroy as well. High Point's loaded. That's what I've been saying all game. Here's Stillwagon. Pope John's got the guns as well, however, tonight. Puck comes through the slot. There's Seb Rusin with it. Rusin's got a pair tonight, along with Stillwagon. He's got 3. Stolen away by Shea. Shea sends it into the Pope John end. Catapano can't play it. No, that's Thomas. Ian Thomas. Now to Stillwagon. Stillwagon with the pass backwards to McKinney. The backhanded pass into the near corner. Rusin chasing down Monda. Rusin and Monda. Monda gets there first. Pope John leads 7-6. We are about 5 minutes into the third period. Here comes Michael Monda. Poked off his stick by Thomas. It goes back behind the net. Rusin in the near corner. The Lions in their blue jerseys trimmed by white with white numbers and names. Going left to right. Here's McCarthy. Dylan McCarthy. The pass to Rusin. Rusin in the zone. Can't handle it. Knocked off his stick. And back to neutral ice. Here's McKinney. Stolen away by Drellick. Now McKinney with it for Pope John. Up the boards. There's Stillwagon. Tristan Stillwagon coming across the blue. Stillwagon in the zone. Stillwagon to Rusin. It's in the skates. And it rolls outside the zone and back to neutral ice. Here's Drellick. Rusin on him. In the near corner. Pass across by Stillwagon. Goes outside the zone and Blytroy will chase it down. As it crosses the goal line, no, Adruba plays it, so no icing. There's Blytroy with it. Nate Blytroy skates it up. Can't escape the zone. It's still in there. Now he finally comes out to center ice. Across the blue line. Blytroy in. Comes through the crease. The shot saved by Dixon. Goes in the corner. Now back to the point. Slyman can't hold it. He's back in the red line. Dustin Slyman with it now. Fans on it. Goes off the board. Says Drellick. Caden Chamberlain with it. Drellick trying to play it in. Less than 10 minutes remaining. Third period. Pope John 7. High Point 6. We are glad you're with us here on this Sunday evening in a matchup of unbeatens. Here is McKinney. Colin McKinney in. McKinney goes behind the net. Pass out. Back to the point. Thomas with the shot. Saved by Juba. Goes in the near corner. Here's Chamberlain with it. Caden Chamberlain. Past McKinney. Goes all the way down the ice. Being chased down by number 22. 22 in the shot. Saved by Evan Dixon. And into the netting and out of play. Big save by Evan Dixon. The score remains 7-6. What a matchup we have had for you this evening. So for middle school action, this is as good as it gets. Here's Bernstein with it. Bernstein with the shot. Saved by Dixon. Goes into the corner. Slapped around by Kittatinny. Not out. Now here is Wilk with it. Evan Wilk. Pass up to Chamberlain. Can't escape the zone. Now here is Newman. Evan Newman. Pass up to Kittatinny. Kittatinny. Monda fighting for it. Now back to Newman. Up to Chamberlain. He loses it there. Here comes High Point. Noah Bernstein. Bernstein racing in. Bernstein with the shot. Wide left. Held at the point. Here's Kittatinny. Luca Kittatinny with the pass across to Chamberlain. Chamberlain trying to break the zone. Can't do so. There's Shea. Pass in. Newman has it for Pope John. Pope John leading 7-6 over High Point. And there's McKinney. McKinney and Monda after it. Who gets there first? It's an icing, so neither player gets there first. Pope John ices the puck and goes all the way back down to the Lion end. Shots on goal now 32-17 in favor of Pope John. And the Lions hold a 7-6 lead with 8:21 remaining. Formisano and Bernstein with the faceoff to the left of Dixon. It's won by Formisano, and he goes forward. He's tripped down. No call. We play on. Dixon with the save off the backhand shot. Formisano looking for a call. He didn't get it. Referee said nope. So now faceoff to the left. Formisano for Pope John. Bernstein for High Point. Bernstein wins this one. Goes back to Monda. Monda with the shot. Wide left, just past Dixon's right pad. Now the shot in. Saved by Dixon. The rebound's loose. And he covers. No, goes into the corner. There's McKinney. Monda racing in. Done on him. Dixon. Now McKinney with it for Pope John. Colin McKinney with the pass up to Formisano. Formisano trying to get around the defense. Here's Formisano on the boards. Taken away by High Point. Bernstein. Now Formisano. Monda steals it away. Michael Monda into the zone to pass across to Bernstein. Goes along the far boards. McKinney on him. Now Monda in the near corner. Back out to Shea. Shea with the pass to Atkins. Atkins with the shot. Deflected. He goes off the near boards. Here is Bernstein. Noah Bernstein defended by Formisano and Acuria. Bernstein loses it. It's off Formisano skates now. Acuria. Back to Monda. Acuria plays it outside the zone. Just in case I haven't mentioned this. Oh, Dunn with the steal. Connor Dunn coming in. Trying to get around the High Point defense. The backhand shot saved by Zuba. As I was going to say, High Point's actually the home team tonight. Pope John was the home team for the first two nights. But now Pope John as the road team for the first time this season. You wouldn't know it with the jerseys, though. Black and red for High Point and blue for Pope John. Here's the shot. He scores. Jackson Shea has tied things up. 7 apiece with 6:39 to go. High Point has evened things up 7-7. So Shea with the second goal of the game. And it's now 7-7. Pope John and High Point. And who will break through and take the lead? Stillwagon will take the draw for Pope John. And I think it's Cook for High Point. Face-off won by Stillwagon. Tried to go forward with it. It's on his backhand. It's in the skates of Slater. Damian Slater now. Over the blue line. Who will be the hero? Will it be someone from Pope John or from High Point? Tied at 7 here. Late stages of the third period. Puck comes into the crease. It's on Dralick's stick. Dralick with the shot. Knocked down. Stillwagon picks it up for Pope John. Off of Rusin skates. Seb Rusin coming in. Rusin trying to get around defense. Rusin with the move. The shot saved by Juba. Right pad save. Stonewalls. Seb Rusin made an amazing play to get around the defense, but he couldn't get it past Juba. Here's Stillwagon. Stillwagon tripped down, and we're going to have a penalty against High Point. A crucial penalty, tripping Stillwagon down. And so Pope John will go to the power play. 5:51 remaining. Here's the announcement. Cook with the tripping. And so High Point to the sin bin. Pope John to the power play. Stillwagon will take the draw with McCarthy on the right. Rusin on the left. Kittatinny on the point along with Wilk. 5:51 remaining as Pope John to the power play. Now Stillwagon thrown out of the circle and McCarthy will take the draw. It's won by Pope John, but it goes outside the zone and the Lions have to chase. Here's Wilk. Wilk loses Slater. Now right in front of us. And the Lions come out with it. There's McCarthy. McCarthy coming in. Dylan McCarthy with it. In the slot. The shot goes wide and into the near corner. Wilk back to the point. Wilk with the shot. Wide right. Rusin along the far boards. Rusin with the pass back. Kittatinny fires. Deflected down just wide right. Into the near corner. Here's Plytroy. Trying to get past Rusin. Can't do so. Seb Rusin with it. Rusin behind the net. The pass to Stillwagon. Stillwagon fires. Saves Juba. Now Wilk with it. Wilk to Stillwagon. Stillwagon on the back end. Poked off his stick. Tristan Stillwagon to Wilk. Wilk with the shot. Gloved down by Juba and he covers. No further play. 4:50 remaining third period. Intense pressure on the power play by Pope John. They cannot break through. High Point 7. Pope John 7. 4:50 remaining in the third period. Zahorsky will take the draw against Bernstein. Bernstein and Monda out there for High Point. So I can tell Pope John right now, it's be careful. Pass across to Thomas. No, to Kittatinny. Kittatinny in. Kittatinny. Dixon now. Dixon on the back end. Logan Dixon with the pass down to Zahorsky. Zahorsky with the pass intercepted by Shea. Shea's got 2 goals tonight. Jackson Shea with the pass up, stolen away by Kittatinny. Kittatinny in. Kittatinny trying to get around defense, can't do so. It's on the backhand. And now the puck goes into the High Point bench and out of play. 4:13 remaining, third period. Shots on goal, Pope John 35, High Point 21. We are tied at 7. It's 7th heaven here in the Forum at Skylands Ice World. Bernstein for High Point. Zahorsky for Pope John, taking the draw to the left of Juba. Zahorsky with it. Zahorsky with the pass to Chamberlain, stolen away by Bernstein. Bernstein trying to beat Dixon. Noah Bernstein coming in. Bernstein with the shot off the skates of Dixon. And in the corner. It rolls off the dasher. Here is Dixon with it. Logan Dixon skating it up. Over the blue line, no, over the red. Bernstein on him. Dixon coming in. Dixon with the shot. Saved by Juba. And he'll hold on. Logan Dixon first with the great defensive play on Bernstein. And then skating all the way back down to take the shot. But Juba with the quick glove. And with 3:49 remaining in the third period, it is 7-7. Sevens are wild. Bernstein for High Point. Formasano for Pope John. To the right of Juba. Here's the face-off. It's won by Bernstein. He goes forward. Vinatieri with it. Shot knocked down. Atkins over the blue line, now over the red. And Atkins into the Lion zone. Atkins with the pass across. Just through the crease, and there's Monda in the corner. Michael Monda with it now on the backhand. Monda turns around. Monda looking for room to work. Pass to Atkins. She holds it in. Now to pass across. Slap shot by Bernstein. Knocked down. Goes back behind the net. There's Monda with it. 3:17 to go. Michael Monda looking for his way in. The shot deflected down. And Dixon covers. Evan Dixon with the big save. Zahorsky got, McKinney got a piece of that as well as it came through. So Pope John teaming up to help protect Dixon, and then Evan Dixon making the big save for Pope John. 7-7, Pope John and High Point. 3:10 remaining in the third period. Stillwagon will take the draw against Cook. It's to the right of Evan Dixon. It's in the Pope John zone. McCarthy tried to clear it. Here's Stillwagon for Pope John. Now, High Point with it. Along the boards, there's Cook. Thomas Cook goes back behind the Pope John net. Logan Dixon with it. Dixon trying to get around the high point forward. Number 14 can't do so. It's underneath. And now it comes out to McCarthy for Pope John. McCarthy knocked down. The referees tell him, play on. Now picked up by Kittatinny. The pass to Rusin. Seb Rusin over the red line. Rusin over the blue. Rusin coming in, the shot. He scores! Seb Rusin with the goal for Pope John with 2:31 remaining. And the Lions take an 8-7 lead. Rusin with the wrister past Aiden Juba. And the Lions up by 1 with 2.5 minutes to go. It is a power play goal for Rusin. And Pope John leads. Now here is McCarthy for Pope John. Along the far boards. McCarthy will skate it over his own blue line. Now over the red. Dylan McCarthy in. McCarthy breaking through the defense. McCarthy with the shot. He scores! Dylan McCarthy past Schuba. And Pope John up by a deuce. 9-7. Rusin and McCarthy with back-to-back goals to put Pope John up by 2. 2:09 remaining, third period. Pope John 9, High Point 7. Dylan McCarthy finds the back of the net. And a timeout by High Point. And we're going to take one as well. Pope John leads High Point 9-7 with 2:09 remaining in the third period. We will be back to the Forum in Skylands Ice World right after this. Welcome back to the Forum inside Skylands Ice World for Pope John Middle School Hockey. Goals by Seb Rusin and Dylan McCarthy have put the Pope John Lions up 9-7 with 2:09 remaining in the third period. Shots on goal, Pope John 38 and High Point 22. Bernstein versus Stillwagon. Stillwagon wins the draw. He gives it back to Dixon. We'll look to see if High Point pulls Aiden Juba from his net. Less than 2 minutes remaining, and Pope John keeps it out of their own zone. They send it into the High Point end. Here is Michael Monda with it. The pass across to Slater. Slater down to Shea, stolen by Rusin. Rusin comes in. Knocked off his stick. Here's Stillwagon. Stillwagon in the low slot. And it's still loose. There's McCarthy. Poked off his stick, and High Point sends it all the way down into the Pope John end. Dixon chasing it down. He's got Bernstein on him. There's Bernstein with the pass across to Shea. Knocked off his stick, there's Kittatinny. Now, Stillwagon with it in the far corner. Extra attacker on for High Point as they pull Juba from their net. Here is McCarthy. McCarthy down inside the High Point end. And High Point picks it up. There's Anna Atkins. The net is empty for High Point. Pope John up by 2. Puck comes back to Thomas. Ian Thomas sends it in. Now McCarthy with the shot, wide right. Bounces off the boards, there's Rusin. Rusin with the slap shot. Wide, it hit the side of the net. Now it comes back outside the zone into neutral ice. 51 seconds remaining. Rusin inside the zone, and that is still empty for High Point. Here's Stillwagon with it. In Rusin's skates, tied up there. Here's Shea. Shea to Bernstein. Noah Bernstein coming in. He's got Monda with him. Bernstein with the shot, wide right along the near boards. There's Slater with it. Slater sends it into Monda. Michael Monda with it. Stillwagon fighting him. Puck comes outside the zone. There's Rusin. Seb Rusin coming in all alone. Rusin with the backhand. He scores! Seb Rusin puts the empty netter home. And Pope John's going to win. 21 seconds remaining. The Lions up 10-7. So Forbisano done and Kittatinny out there for Pope John, Acuria, and Nelson. Drellick with the draw against Kittatinny. So a little confusion there. And Pope John figures out. Formisano against Dralic. It's won by Pope John. There's a Curia. Sends it down the ice. Formisano inside the zone. Formisano looking to break. He gives it to Dunn. Here's Connor Dunn on the backhand. Goes through the crease and into the corner. Formisano slaps it towards the net. He's in the corner with it. Plays it out there, Curia. High Point picks up the puck. There's the buzzer. The pride has spoken. The Pope John Lions defeat High Point 10-7. Goals by Seb Rooston and Dylan McCarthy late in the third period, along with Rooston's empty netter, give the Pope John Lions a 10-7 victory, and they move to 3-0 on the season. For High Point, they fall to 2-1. What a matchup between the Pope John Lions and High Point. And I'll tell you, if they meet again later on in the season or in the playoffs, expect a barn burner there as well. Shots on goal, final shots on goal for the game. Pope John with 39 and High Point with 22. Pope John will go to next Sunday night and they will take on Ringwood here at Skylands Ice World. 5:30 will be the start time. So for everyone here at Skylands Ice World inside the Forum, Spike Formisano saying thanks for joining us. Final score once again. Pope John Lions defeat High Point 10-7. Have a good night. We'll see you next week.